There's a place in our solar system where one jump sends you 845 meters into the air, and you never come back down. Most people think gravity is the same everywhere. That's wrong, and what I'm about to show you will change how you see every planet forever. Here on Earth, you jump about 50 centimeters high. Seems normal, right? But here's what nobody tells you. There are worlds where that same jump crushes your skeleton in half a second, and others where you'd accidentally launch yourself into space and drift forever. We're ranking every planet and moon from the most brutal to the most insane. One will absolutely terrify you. And we're starting with the worst place you could ever jump. Trust me, you're not ready for this. Part 1. The Crushers. The Sun. The instant death trap. Imagine standing on the sun's surface. In 1 second, you now weigh 28 times your normal body weight. Your skeleton collapses. Your knees buckle. Your spine compresses. But let's say you somehow try to jump anyway. You'd lift yourself 1.8 centimeters, less than the width of your thumb. Here's the thing though, this is all theoretical. At 5,500 degrees Celsius, you'd turn into plasma before your brain could even send the signal to jump. The sun doesn't just kill you, it erases you. And honestly, that's merciful compared to what's next. Jupiter. The failed star. Jupiter almost became a star. It holds more matter than all other planets combined. The gravity here is 2.5 times stronger than Earth. Imagine 2 full-grown adults sitting on your back permanently. You jump and clear 20 centimeters. The landing? Absolutely brutal. But here's what actually kills you. Jupiter's magnetosphere is cooking you with lethal radiation. You'd be dead within seconds. And deep below you, the pressure is so intense that hydrogen turns into liquid metal. A fascinating place to die, but we're not done with death traps yet. Neptune, the wind demon. Way out in the dark edges of our solar system sits Neptune. It glows deep blue, almost peaceful. The gravity is surprisingly mild, only 14% stronger than Earth. You jump about 44 centimeters. Exhausting, but doable. So what's the problem? Neptune has the fastest winds in the entire solar system, 2,100 kilometers per hour. That's supersonic. The moment your feet leave the ground, these winds grab you. You're not jumping anymore. You're a rag doll being hurled at the speed of sound. It doesn't just push you, it shreds you, molecule by molecule. But here's where things get interesting. Those were nightmare fuel, I know, but we're about to enter a zone where jumping becomes incredible. The next planet will surprise you, because despite its size, it feels almost like home. Part 2. The Goldilocks zone. Saturn, the floater. Saturn is massive, 95 times heavier than Earth. But here's the contradiction. It's made of such light material that it would actually float in water, if you could find a bathtub big enough. This creates something weird. The gravity at its cloud tops, almost identical to Earth's. You jump 47 centimeters. Your body awareness feels almost normal. For a brief moment, you could almost forget where you are, until you look up and see those magnificent rings stretching across the sky. Billions of ice particles. It's beautiful. Shame about the toxic atmosphere slowly squeezing the life out of you. Earth, home sweet home. Quick pit stop, right here. Earth, our 50-centimeter baseline. The only place with liquid water, the only place where you can jump and survive. But we're not staying, because from here on out, every jump gets higher, and every world gets weirder. We're entering the superhero zone. And the next planet, it's Earth's evil twin, Venus, Earth's nightmare. Venus is called Earth's twin, but that's like calling your prison cell your bedroom. The gravity is 90% of Earth's. You feel lighter. A jump sends you 55 centimeters into the air. But something feels wrong. The atmosphere is so dense that moving feels like swimming through water. Every movement has resistance. And while you're performing this sluggish jump, the air pressure is crushing you with the force of being 900 meters underwater at 462 degrees Celsius in acid rain. Earth's twin? More like Earth's warning. But hold on, because the next 2 places are where the real fun begins. Part 3. The super jumpers, Mercury and Mars, the the fun begins. Mercury looks like our moon, but it's much denser. Here, gravity is so low you feel like you're on a trampoline. You push off and sail 1.32 meters into the air. The flight lasts almost 2 seconds. 2 full seconds. You have time to think mid-air, time to look around, time to realize you're either being incinerated at 430 degrees or frozen at -180. Mars is physically similar. Same jump height, same flight time, but Mars feels different. Walking here would evolve into a loping stride, like kangaroos. You'd bound over red dunes in huge leaps. There's just one problem. The pressure is so low that your saliva starts to boil, your tears evaporate. Your blood, let's just say you don't want to be here without a suit. But we've actually been to the next place before, and what the astronauts discovered there, it changed everything. The moon. Been there, jumped that. You've seen the Apollo astronauts hopping around strangely. You can jump over 3 meters here, higher than a basketball hoop. Feels amazing, right? Wrong. There's an invisible danger. Moon dust. It's razor sharp like ground glass. It destroys equipment, and if you breathe it in, it shreds your lungs from the inside. But that's nothing compared to where we're going next, because the next moon makes the moon look like a playground. The pizza moon of death. Welcome to Io, Jupiter's volcanic nightmare. Sulfur volcanoes erupting everywhere. The surface looks like a cosmic pizza. You clear 2.73 meters from a standing start. You're airborne for 3.5 seconds. It feels amazing. You feel powerful, superhuman. But while you're enjoying your record jump, you're absorbing 36 sieverts per day of radiation. You'd be dead within 2 hours. Your DNA is being shredded as you float through the air. And somehow, that's not even the most extreme place. Not even close. Part 4. The extreme zone. Titan, where humans can fly. This sounds impossible, but it's not. Titan has a dense atmosphere, 50% thicker than Earth's. Combined with low gravity, this creates something incredible. If you strapped wings to your arms, you could fly here under your own muscle power. Like a bird, like humans have dreamed of since we first looked at the sky. There's just a tiny problem. -179 degrees Celsius. You'd freeze solid mid-flight, becoming a permanent ice sculpture drifting through Titan's orange sky. But honestly, what a way to go. The next moon, though, it breaks the laws you thought you knew. Triton, the rebel moon. Triton orbits Neptune backwards. It shouldn't be here. It was probably captured. Here, cryovolcanoes shoot nitrogen 8 kilometers into the sky, and your jump? 6.3 meters. That's high enough to jump onto a 2-story house roof. Your flight lasts 8 seconds. Count to 8 right now. Go ahead. That's how long you'd be floating, at -235 degrees Celsius, where nitrogen falls as snow. But this isn't even the craziest jump.
Not by a long shot. Pluto, the fallen hero. Pluto lost its planet status, but it has a big heart, literally. A giant nitrogen ice glacier shaped like a heart. Here, you jump almost 8 meters high. You're airborne for 10 seconds. 10 full seconds. You have time to look around, to see Charon, its huge moon hanging in the sky. They dance around each other, locked together. But we're not done, because the next 3 places...
Part 5. The insane finale. Ceres, the sandwich jump. Ceres is the largest asteroid belt object. Here, we leave normal physics behind. A jump gets you 18 meters high, a 6-story building. The jump lasts over 20 seconds. 20 seconds! You could eat a sandwich mid-air. You'd rise slowly, peak, then sink back down like you're underwater. It doesn't feel real, but it is. And it gets weirder. Enceladus, the geyser risk. Enceladus is snow white. At its south pole, massive water geysers shoot into space. You jump 43 meters high, almost a minute. It doesn't feel like jumping anymore, it feels like taking an elevator. But here's the danger nobody expects. If you jump near the geysers and get caught in the pressure of the fountain, it could shoot you directly into space. You'd become part of Saturn's rings, floating forever.
a human ice crystal among billions. But there's one more place, and what happens here will haunt you. Phobos, where jumping becomes space travel. Our final stop, Phobos, Mars's tiny moon, just a pile of rubble slowly spiraling toward Mars. Here, the line between jumping and space travel completely disappears. You push off and float 845 meters into the air, over half a mile. But here's what actually terrifies me. The escape velocity here is only 41 kilometers per hour. That's jogging speed for a car. A really good athlete or someone who takes just a bit too much momentum could accidentally push themselves completely off the moon. And then you drift forever, unable to get back, watching Mars and Phobos slowly shrink in the distance. Here, a jump isn't fun anymore. It's Russian roulette with gravity. Conclusion. From 1.8 centimeters on the Sun to 845 meters on Phobos, from being crushed instantly to accidentally achieving orbit, our solar system is beautiful, terrifying, and absolutely deadly. So the next time you jump here on Earth and reach that modest 50 centimeters, remember,
You're in the Goldilocks zone. Not too strong, not too weak, just right. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly where we're meant to be.